Hello, Terry here, and we are back with Cupid. I, there's someone crying. I cannot forget about that, and it's kind of spooky. So hold on. Yeah, this is supposed to be a fuck up visual novel. Let's continue playing the game, shall we? Because the last end of chapter 1 is kind of fucked up, kind of. But we'll see how it goes. It's funny, is it not? No, it isn't. What? Rosa, they always leave you. Such is the way of the world. The more you love, the more you lose. Oh, it seems like they'll stay forever, but they never do. I'm the only one who stays, my lovely Rose. So it's not your mother who died. Alright. My love is the only love you need. Shut the fuck up, Mom. You were always so weak. Always so loving to people who did not deserve. I told you to get rid of her, didn't I? Who died? I told you to be worried. I knew it from the start, my Rose. She was nothing but selfish. She led you astray. I don't want to be the gaslighting mom. What the fuck? she was nothing but selfish. You fought so hard. You never used to fight with me. But now she killed herself. Who? Your sacrifice lost in her selfish ways. I knew she would just cause you pain. I'm glad she's dead. I'm glad she's dead. Oh, why are we becoming the gaslighting mom? It saved me the trouble of delivering you from her clutches. She was poison. I'm glad she's gone. Your silence bothers me, child. She was important to me, mother. I loved her. Mother only loved as Rosa screamed out her pain. Rosa felt Strong's arm shakes her awake. Hello? Are we just dreaming, please? Rosa, shut up! She opened her eyes and was hit by a strange sadness that crushed her. She was dazed for a moment. Why was she so sad? I don't know. Are you dreaming or is it real? And then she remembered. Okay. You remember? Her best friend was gone. Who? No, not her. She was one of my favorite characters. She was gone. Rosa. No, Guilherme. Rosa. How are you feeling? Guilherme sat by her bed, a hand in hers. Rosa didn't realize she had been holding on to it tightly in her fitful sleep. She broke from his grasp and clutched at her knees. Rosa. She remained silent. I came to check on you. You went into shock and lost consciousness. Oh no. I can only imagine. How hard it must have been for you to see her. Who? Like that. No. Either way, it must be one of them. Isn't it? Amelia or... No. I was invested on those two. His word echoed in her brain, yet she didn't register much of their meaning. What the fuck? Rosa still refused to speak, and Guilherme fidgeted with his glove. I thought it was the mom. The wake will take place as soon as possible, Rosa. I just wanted to let you know that she's being taken care of. He's hiding something. Hiding what? There was a slight triumph in Mother's voice. He wants to get rid of her body as soon as possible. What? Don't you see it, child? Perhaps? I don't know. Yeah, your mother may be paranoid and shitty, but I feel the same way about this guy. Tell me you're not falling for this. I don't know. Rosa was tired. It wasn't surprising to hear Mother say such things. She hated anyone who came close to Rosa's heart. Rosa didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to deal with anything right now. All she wanted to do was wallow in her loneliness. He curled up inside the hole Catherine had left behind and slept. No, Catherine, it is her. What the fuck? Why? I thought it wasn't her. Yo, what the fuck? They make us invested to a character in one chapter, and then immediately kills them at the end of the chapter and the beginning of another chapter. What the fuck? My child, tell me you see it. See what? see this fuckery? Remember the fear in Catherine's eye in her last days. Look at how he is unperturbed. This one. You have seen it, haven't you? She was mostly hostile. But sometimes when her sanity returned, she was afraid. Afraid of this man. Why? How well do you even know him, child? I've known him for as long as I know Catherine, mother. He is a close friend. No. You know Catherine for a long time, you could say, because she doesn't have much to hide. She's a child. But this guy, you don't know him a lot. I didn't ask how long you've known him, but how well. Beyond the mask that he displays in public view, do you even know his past? Nope. That's the thing. Do you even know any of his ambitions or secrets? He was always a private man, mother. Think back, child. Isn't it curious how all his past relationships have ended in disaster? Everything he touches crumbles. That is not enough to accuse him of anything. You idiot. Are you listening to the conversation? No, you can't, right? He is different. He does not belong. You have felt it too, haven't you? Rosa looked at Guillaume with new eyes now. A hint of doubt slithered out beneath her sadness. Rosa wanted something to blame, a cask for all her regrets. Guillaume seemed like the perfect candidate, didn't he? Yeah, totally. Yes, you are finally seeing it. Wow. Open your eyes, child. It made sense. Perhaps? I don't know. Because Guillaume is indeed strange. Guillaume and Catherine's relationship began to peter off into coldness right before she died. Her mental instability only served to compound the fracture in their relationship. Perhaps Guillaume was tired of her and had her killed off for convenience. Or perhaps Catherine, in her psychotic state, killed herself to spite him. Rosa, are you okay? You've been mumbling. Rosa started the man beside her. Yeah. He's not to be trusted, child. Yeah, I agree about this one. He's a demon. I'm not sure, but we'll just see. He is definitely having something secret. Guillaume returned Rosa's angry stare with a resolute look. I know you must hate me, Rosa. I am aware that I only aggravated Catherine's condition with my presence. I know the feeling when I am not wanted. He stood up, a hard yet kind look on his face. Just remember that I will always be here for you. As much as I was there for Catherine, even though she spat me out. Rosa bit her lip. When Catherine had refused it had been Guillaume who fed her and attended to her. Despite Catherine hurling abuse at him, he had tried to care for the sick woman himself. That is not enough. Perhaps he did something so horrible, right? Lies, all lies. Keeping up appearance. Then what is it that he has done, mother? Catherine committed suicide. It was not by his hand that she died. Are you just going to leave it at that? Look at his face and tell me that you trust him wholeheartedly. Rosa tried to search for the answers in Guillaume's eyes. But as always, his face betrayed only few emotions. I don't know. Mother was screaming now. He killed her. I'm sure he did. And you're letting him get away with it. Please, my head hurts. And you say you love her. You never love her, you selfish child. I've always known you were this selfish. You're a monster. Stop. You throw people away. Didn't you throw me away when I inconvenienced you? Admit it. You were secretly relieved I died. Kinda, with all this gaslighting. No, stop it. She screamed back at that last voice. Her mouth quivered. Guillaume stared at Rosa in shock. The outburst had accidentally come out loud. Yes, let us make him think we are crazy so he stays away. It pulled a plug that kept the tears from pouring out. Now her vision clouded and she blinked them away again and again. She was not sobbing. She did not even realize her face was wet. Guillaume and Rosa stared at each other, both crinkled in their sorrow. He knelt down by Rosa's bed and wiped her tears with his hand. He did not say anything while doing this, and Rosa stared blankly ahead. It almost stunning her how many tears a person's eyes could carry. I love her too, Rosa. He said after a while. I know what you're feeling. She didn't know it was her, if it was her own, or if Mother's anger influenced her, but her chest heaved. She balled up her fist so tightly that her fingernails hurt. Shut up. Ooh. She spat, and the man recalled at the characteristic bitterness of her words. Catherine was afraid of you in her last days. You did something to her. I know it. She could feel her mother inside her head, building up her anger. He has to be punished. You are to blame. He has to atone. I know you are guilty. Well, grab the candle and step his eyes out then. He must pay. Guillaume stared at her, dumbfounded for a few seconds. But the man didn't try to appease her. He only stepped closer to Rosa, wrapping his arm around the hysterical girl. Stay away, please. I'm uncomfortable suddenly. Let go of me. I hate you. Let me go. But Guillaume didn't. If you need something to hate, then I'll accept your hate. But you must accept my comfort too. No. I need you too right now, Rosa. You're the only one who loved her as much as I did. Guillaume's word brought back Catherine in Rosa's mind. Almost at once, the anger was replaced by a sadness so heavy she couldn't breathe. Why was she so angry again? I don't know that this guy potentially killed Catherine, even though there's no proof. She was focusing on anger instead of pain. It was easier. The real tears came, all for the loss of the girl they both loved. Tomorrow was not going to come. There was only right now, the loss and two friends mourning a loved one. Rosa cried until she thought she wouldn't be able to stop, and Guillaume quietly held her. Slowly, her weeping began to subside into sobs, and only then did he speak again. Stay in the chateau, Rosa. I know you are thinking of leaving now that Catherine is gone, but I can't let you wander the streets again. I will take care of you. It's what Catherine would have wanted. Like a spell being broken, these words brought back her anger. How could you possibly know what Catherine wants? She pushed his arms away from her. Yes, she's dead. Yeah, bro, get any last will or something like that? Perhaps you're the one that killed Catherine, as suspected by the mother. Guillaume's mouth pursed and he stepped away. I want you to go. Good. Please leave me. Yes. Guillaume sighed and closed his eyes. I understand. He turned on his heels and left without another word. Oh, I love that transition. Holy shit. Hours seems like minutes to her. She would fall asleep and awaken in unfit intervals so often that she had lost the exact time. Awake, she would stare at a part of the wall with no coherent thoughts forming in her mind. One would think morning was an activity spent in depressive frenzy. All the reason to grieve are yours after all. She could wail now if she wanted. She could pull on her hairs, curse us the skies. She could reminisce the past, admire the frailty of human lives. Why? Unfortunately, there was something less poetic. Pain was simple, it was clean. It was a well-sharpened knife that sliced through the heart in one stroke. No blood, no mess. Cool. Empty. When tears were spent, when you have exhausted your grief. In place of pain, there will be nothing. The pain might call out, grating, nagging, constantly picking at fresh wounds. But as time passed, the hole would get bigger, darker, deeper. Soon there will be nothing left. Well, nice. Soon it will be hard to find where the hollowness ended and where you began. Okay. Jump scares? Oh, am I supposed to... No? Oh. I pressed, but nothing happens. Am I supposed to wait then? Press again? Oh, okay. I just didn't press enough. Rosa slept all day. The sun had gone down twice before she shifted from bed. She stood up slowly, deliberately with a purpose. Eating? My child, you know I hurt when you're hurt. Already a surge of power flowed within her, fueled by her grief. The power filled her up, and there was such emptiness inside that energy saturated her whole body. Purpose was always a balm for grief. Mother, tell me what to do. Oh, no. Justice. Retribution? Revenge? Or the classic justice? I don't know, both are kind of the same in this situation, perhaps. You know what? Justice. Start with his guilt child. Then deliver punishment fitting for one so vile. He cannot get away with this. Are you sure there's not enough evidence to, like, arrest someone for the rest of their life? But alright, let's see how it goes. He cannot get away with this. Rosa didn't speak, but she started to form the words in her mind, feeling them in her bones, giving life to every thought. She took a small knife and carved a symbol on her floor. Oh! It didn't need much. A guilt spell. Spell? It didn't aim to punish, it only aimed to inform. She needed to know how much guilt the man carried, and the source of such guilt. If the guilt was concrete and came from direct action, then she would know Guilherme did something to Catherine. It had been a while since she had used magic. There's magic in this game? What? Alright, that is a new twist. It used to be the only way she could protect herself from the world. Mother had taught her, and now Mother guided her as she cast her spell. Wait, are your mom just your imagination now, or is it like some sort of spell from your mom? Holy shit, that will be fucked up. Even more fucked up. She needed the position of the man. Rosa opted for his voice, still fresh from memory. Oh, you could use that. She focused on the last conversation they shared. If you need something to hate, I will take care of you. Aha. I need you. His words made Rosa feel distress and confusion. Always, it was this way with him. The feeling wasn't foreign, it had been there for years. I will always be here for you. Oh, Rosa felt a violent force upturn her stomach. It was that horrid lurch just before vomiting. You failed. The spell collapsed in her brain. Focus on the child or you'll lose your chance. Wow. Rosa tried again. This time she focused on Guilherme's eyes. Cold, like flint of steels. Dark and venomous. No grief except perhaps for the situation. No Catherine. No pain of loss. This didn't matter to her. Their relationship was dying anyway. Wait, so Catherine and Guilherme has a relationship? What the fuck? Where was his guilt? Rosa dug deeper. She increased the chanting on her lips. No torment. No uncertainty. No guilt. Did the spell fail again? Or perhaps, as he said, the person doesn't have any guilt. Have you considered that? She searched one more and found nothing. There was no guilt in Guillem's eyes. She could stop the spell now, knowing that he was innocent. No. If the spell had worked, then Guillem was blameless. But this absence was most distressing. Rosa desperately pushed her mind further, almost wishing there were traces hiding beyond her reach. Guilt should be present in any loss, no matter how little. You sure? I don't know about that. We'll see. What are we facing now, then? With the introduction of magic, things perhaps getting more fucked up now. Don't we blame ourselves for our own loss? Don't we hate ourselves and punish ourselves, even if it wasn't our fault? It didn't have to be real, but we need guilt to feel pain. But Guillem didn't have a sliver of guilt. Oh. The vicious pain took hold of her again, squeezing her stomach with murderous intent. The pain was so great, Rosa wasn't sure if the spell had failed or succeeded. Something's wrong. Oh no. Before Rosa could agree with Mother, she felt a sharp pain in her throat. Rosa clutched her neck and a sharp jagged lump blocked her breathing. It crawled up her windpipe, tearing the soft wall as it moved about. Oh, ew, what the fuck? Rosa fell to her knees and gagged. Huge drips of blood, spotted spit ran down her chin. Mother remained calm, unaffected by Rosa's distress. A normal occasion, eh? Finally, she opened her mouth and forced the vile thing out. Vile thing? She kept her eyes shut, afraid to look at whatever had come out of her. But a choking feeling gripped her and she puked again. The liquid dripping down her mouth thickened and congealed. It wasn't spit anymore, but blood. Rosa panted. The gruesome effect had finally stopped. Something on the floor reflected light. She reached out with her hand, and the prick of something sharp made her recoil. Rosa picked them up with shaking hands. Needles. Oh, fuck. In her palms were a handful of long metal needles. She had regurgitated them along with blood and jagged pieces of flesh. Jagged pieces of flesh? Ah! Rosa examined them with a horrified kind of curiosity. Me too! She stuck one in her thumbs and it drew more blood. They were real. They had materialized in her throat while casting a spell on Guillem. Does that mean the spell worked, or is it some sort of, protection spell? So when someone tries to use a spell on Guillem, it returns to the sender like this. Rosa wiped her mouth. There was something wrong with him. Definitely. Something potent and dark. Yeah. Holy shit, no. Or could it be that she had botched the spell horribly? I believe the former. She had pushed her limits this time. She had gone too far. But still, a tugging concern was forming. It was as real as the metal needles in her hand. Rosa tried to stand up on her feet, but she was exhausted. Her knees failed her and she crumpled on the floor like a rag. I knew it. We must get to the bottom of this, definitely. Are you quite alright, my darling? Now you see it too. There's a sinister force at work. Yeah, you are sinister, but this is much more sinister. If it's this kind of level. Get up. We have a lot of work to do. We must find out what he is and stop him. Rosa stared at the needles in her hand. Who are you really, Guillem? Yeah. Oh no. Oh, Chapter 3, Portraits Candlelit. That was rather short. So I guess that's all for Cupid for now. I hope you enjoy it. Whoa, it immediately changed its fucking genre, what the fuck? With Chapter 2, holy shit, they immediately did that to one of my favorite characters. that they built up as a nice one, Catherine. What the fuck? And what the fuck is wrong with Guillaume? I really thought at part one that he's just some crazy murderous bastard, but now what the fuck? So I guess that's all for Cupid. I hope you enjoy it. See you later then in the next episode. Bye bye. Whoa, what the fuck?